If you have
Steven,
sleep
this is Rush
apnea
with
and you haven't
PPD. How
filed
are
your
you today?
VA
I'm
claim
alive and
yet,
kicking, man.
stop what you're doing.
Doing pretty good.
The VA is
Doing good work,
changing the
though.
rating
All right.
schedule for
So is
sleep
now still a good
apnea
time for us to meet?
sometime
Perfect.
this
Thank you
year. What
for
currently
making the time for me
qualifies
today. I
for
appreciate it.
50% will only
I won't hold
qualify
you up too
for
long.
10%
The
after
call
the
here is really
change.
designed to be a
That's the
Q&A
difference
session.
between
So, got a couple
$1,500
ways
a
we can get
month
that done.
and a few hundred.
You can
Same
start off with
diagnosis,
questions off the rip
same
if you have them,
CPAP,
or I can kind of
different
lay it
year.
all out for you, give you an overview and tell you what's what. So, okay, you got it. Absolutely. So before I tell you our process, let me tell you who we are and what we do, just so we're clear. So we're a medical evidence company only. And what I mean when I say that, Stephen, is we'll build you the medical evidence you need to win the claim. We build that around a Nexus letter, which is the key piece that most veterans are missing. And a Nexus isn't a diagnosis, by the way, right? So that's why a lot of these claims get denied for lack of Nexus. So we'll establish that. We'll help you win the claim in that regards, but that's all we'll do, right? So like, I'm not a VSO. We're not affiliated with the VA in any way, so I can't submit the claim for you. I can't give you claims advice. We just get you the medical evidence piece, and then you submit your own claim. Okay, clear? All right. And then just so we're clear, we're not affiliated with the VA in any way. So the VA considers us a third party. So what you're doing if you're working with us is you're going outside the VA system. You're getting your own private doctor's medical opinion to help support your claim. Not a VSO. So I just want to make that clear. All right. So that's who we are and what we do. How we do it is this. So I'll get to the process now. So I'm about to send you an email. This email has a link to our webpage. So everything with us is telehealth. It's all pretty convenient. It's all emails, phone calls, online, that sort of thing. So if you decide to go forward with us, you'd click on this link. You'd put the medical evidence you want us to write for you in your cart, and then you'd check out. So it's an online checkout process, just like you were buying something off of Amazon. Pretty slick. Then once that's done, you're able to schedule your telehealth visit with one of my doctors. So it'll be a phone call, right? So you can do it from anywhere as long as you can speak in private on the phone. Then once you have that consultation visit, then my doctor writes you your evidence package after that. So what you're getting there, Stephen, is the diagnosis and Nexus. Those are the two things you need to win a claim at the VA. So you know what a diagnosis is. Nexus is just a connection between two things. So the VA wants to know, how is this condition service connected to your service, right? So that's what my doctor will provide, that Nexus statement. Then we go further. So that's all you need to win the claim. But what we want to do is make sure that if you qualify for, say, a 50% award, we want to make sure that you get that 50% award. So we go further, right? We detail out your symptoms and how those symptoms have impacted you socially and economically, because that's what the VBA really is looking for, social and economic impact. So we'll make that very clear and plain in a language that the VBA understands, is looking for. So my doctor will write you that package, deliver it to you, and then you submit your own claim at the VA, however you get claims submitted. Pretty straightforward. That whole thing takes about 3 to 6 weeks. And that whole time, I'm your point man for questions. So, we've got time for questions today. Let's get into it, right? But after this call, if you have questions, text me or email me. If you come in either one of those channels, I'm your guy, right? I'm answering any questions you got coming in. Cool. So you're at 40% now. Is that correct? Okay. All right. And then what were you wanting to work on? Got you. Yeah. Okay. Wherever you top out, that's where you're comfortable. Wherever you top out, you just don't feel like you're topped out. Okay. Got it. Yeah. That's how I'm service connected. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. He's 100% correct. Yeah. Your cousin isn't steering you wrong. That don't matter. That don't matter none to the VA, right? Yeah. So, it's all evidentiary. It's all evidentiary. So everything at the VA is all medical evidence. So you've got to have a diagnosis. You've got to have a Nexus. You have those two things, you likely win the claim, right? So, and that's what he's trying to tell you is, if you've got some other things that are bothering you, it don't matter if it's bothering you. If you don't have a diagnosis, you can't win the claim, right? So you got to go get that. And then if you don't have a Nexus, you're not going to win it. Just because you have a diagnosis doesn't mean you're going to win it, right? You got to have that Nexus too. So once you have both of those, the likelihood of you winning the claim goes up to 80, 90%. Correct. You understand perfectly. Yep. Absolutely. So what happened on your sleep apnea claim? Was that ever decided, or is it still deferred? Okay. Probably for lack of service connection. They probably said no service connection found. Yep. Right. So have you had a sleep study done outside of that? Okay. Yep. So if you've got that sleep study done, you've got the diagnosis. So you've got one leg of that winning claim. The other leg you need is the Nexus. So we could write you that. I left it off your evaluation email because you said it was deferred. So I was like, there's a chance you could win it. Right. So if you lost it, chances are you need a Nexus. So we can write you that. And we would probably write that secondary to all of your ortho, like your left ankle and other things, right? Your shoulders, those sorts of things. We'd probably write that secondary to that. So you've got a route actually to 90%, pretty legitimately to 90%. So it would be the mental health, the migraines, and the sleep apnea. I could do the math for you to make sure that I'm telling you straight, but have you done the math to see? Because you don't care. You just want to go wherever you're going to go. You want to top. Okay, so let's do the math real quick. I got my handy dandy calculator here. Okay, so you're at 40% now. Good job getting to 40. Did you do that all on your own, or did you have VSO helping you? Yep. So that's direct connections. So yeah, so you've established the Nexus because you were seen and treated for it on active duty. And then you've got a current diagnosis, still have problems with all these things. So once you establish, right. Yeah. Most people don't go to behavioral health, while on active duty. So that's understandable. I didn't file my mental health claim until 32 years after service. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So yeah, you weren't picking up what she was putting down for sure. So you're at 35.2% is your actual VA math. So anything between 35 and 44, they pay out at 40. So if you win migraines at 50, sleep apnea at 50, and mental health at 50, that's the targets. So if you do all that, you're at 91.9%. So that is a legitimate 90% claim. Now getting to 100, I don't think so. I don't know, maybe, right? But let's cross each bridge as we come to it. Right now, let me lay out the process for you, or I think I already did that. So let me talk to you about each individual claim and what we could do. So we'll start with sleep apnea. On that, you need a Nexus letter. So what you would do if you worked with us is you would upload a copy of your Nexus or of your sleep study to your folder. So what's going to happen is I sent you that link to our webpage. You click on that, you create your account on our website, and you're going to have a dashboard. And it's Barney style, man. It's all red light, green light, right? So if you have a red light next to it, you need work. If you have green light next to it, you're good to go. So it's pretty straightforward. But on that dashboard, we also have a folder for you. So that folder is 256-bit encrypted, HIPAA compliant. You'll be able to upload a copy of your sleep study to that folder. And then you would schedule that telehealth visit with my doctor. He would evaluate your sleep study, write you the Nexus letter connecting it to service. So that's $697 for that Nexus letter. So that's that claim, if you want to work on that. Now, the thing you should know about, let's back up a little bit. The thing you should know about sleep apnea. Sometime this year, the VA is supposedly going to change the rating schedule for sleep apnea. Have you heard of this? Did your cousin tell you that? Okay, so we've known about it since March of last year. What currently qualifies for 50 in the future will only qualify for 10%. So it looks like you're already inclined to file the sleep apnea claim because it's been denied. So if you're still wanting to fight that, sooner is better than later. Because currently you could get it awarded at 50. If you wait too long, you may be awarded the same exact claim at 10%. So there's that. So that's that claim. Moving on to the migraines. So I got this same package. I'm service connected for migraines secondary to tinnitus. So this was the only evidence I had was this package. I'd never went to sick call while I was in the Air Force, and I'd never talked to my civilian doctor for headaches. I just took Excedrin or ice packs or went and laid down with cold compress, something. I just self-medicated basically. So I had zero medical evidence, and that's a lot of people. A lot of people just handle their headaches. They think it's normal. It's really not, right? The amount of headaches that veterans get is abnormally high compared to the general pop. So you get this package right here. It's $847, as you see. What you're getting there is the diagnosis, the DBQ, and the Nexus letter. So that does what I said at the top that we do. We diagnose you with it. We provide you the service connection. That's what the Nexus letter does. And then the DBQ outlines the severity and frequency of your attacks to make sure that if you meet the threshold for a 50% award, you're going to get the 50% award. Okay. So that package is $847 if you want to do that one. And then the mental health, really the only difference. Oh, I'm sorry, back up on the headaches. We will screen you first. So I will, if you're interested in that, I will have another email sent to you. That's our intake form that it also acts as a screener. So if for some reason you throw up a red flag and we don't feel like we can help you win that claim, we'll say, hey, Stephen, sorry, we don't feel like we can write a winning package there for you. Please don't pay. Please don't go forward. That kind of thing. So if you indicate any interest in that, I'll send that other email to you. So that's that claim. Then on the mental health, the only difference between that and everything else is it's a video conference. It'll be like a Zoom or FaceTime type thing. And that package is $847 as well. So if you wanted to do 1, 2, or all 3, it's up to you. You can do one at a time. Kind of bootstrap it. Okay. Yeah. So I'll send you the link. There's no time pressure here. You should, think it over, talk it over with your partner, figure it out if it makes sense for you. So no decision needed today. I was just kind of laying it all out for you so you can make an informed decision. Okay. Yep, you bet. All right. Let's see. I think now I told you I'm your point man for questions, right? Okay. So you got that. I think that's all I really needed to make sure that you knew and understood, but did I leave anything out? Do you have any questions remaining? Okay. Good. All right. Well then, if no questions, I will let you go. Thank you for the time today, Stephen. Have a good rest of your day. You bet. Bye.